Hello and welcome to Tech Talk, Leaders in EdTech, Episode 2. Today I'm joined by Miss Dow. Hi, Miss Dow. How are you today?
I'm doing well, thank you.
We are so happy to have you on today. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I've been a media specialist at the district level for the past 4 years. I get to wear multiple hats and lead integration of technology and information literacy into our curriculum. I create resources and plan professional development to support student achievement. I also help manage our library programs with resources district-wide and provide principals with on-site support when requested.
Okay, yeah. So that sounds, a little bit of what I do, but at the campus level. So I can't imagine having to do that for multiple schools. So that's awesome. Okay, so let's get into it. How do you envision educational technology contributing to the district's overall strategic goals for student achievement and teacher growth?
I see EdTech as a tool for personalized learning, enhanced engagement, and data-driven instruction that would directly contribute to improving student outcomes. In order for this to work, though, I think a comprehensive needs assessment must be conducted, followed by the creation of targeted PD programs that can be used beyond tool training and focus on the pedagogical integration of technology. Lastly, to ensure continuous improvement and alignment with the evolving district goals, I would implement an ongoing evaluation system.
I think the evaluation system is an important piece of it. As the technology evolves and the goals evolve, we need to make sure that what we have in place is still relevant. So I think that's a good idea. So how could the district leverage technology and professional learning opportunities to not only improve teacher skills, but also build their professional capital, making them leaders within the district and beyond?
I think this could be done through a multifaceted approach by empowering teachers as content creators and curators, facilitating peer-to-peer learning and mentorship, showcasing teacher expertise through digital portfolios, and providing opportunities for leadership and innovation. By combining the EdTech tools with targeted professional learning, we can create a pathway for teachers to not only improve their skills, but also build their professional knowledge and become leaders who contribute to the growth of their colleagues.
I think this is great. I think we want to make sure that our teachers are learning and then continue to teach. And they're able to teach their colleagues like, hey, look, this is, I just figured out how to do this. Let me share it with you. I think that's a really important component. So, AI is the talk of the town. So how do you see AI impacting education and I guess the professional learning in the coming years?
We were just discussing this at our last leadership meeting. And I really believe that AI will be the leading EdTech tool useful for personalized learning, automating administrative tasks, and changing both student learning and teacher professional growth. In my district, we're planning PD sessions to help teachers understand AI's potential, the ethical implications, and how to effectively integrate AI tools into their day-to-day instruction.
So on our campus, we were actually just talking about this, how I think if we're able to kind of get that teacher buy-in and make sure they understand, like AI is not to cheat. AI is not diminishing students' critical thinking. Like if they're able to understand how they can properly implement it, I think it's going to change the way students learn. So I agree with you. What innovative approaches are you considering or are wanting to implement to empower teachers and staff to take ownership of their professional learning and skill development in the area of educational technology?
I'm actually currently working on a proposal to implement micro-credentials and personalized learning plans that'll empower teachers and staff to take ownership of their own professional growth. I really like to foster teacher-led professional development through workshops and mentoring to create a more collaborative learning environment.
Okay, I like that. So you mentioned, fostering that collaborative learning environment. So how would you go about, what would that look like?
I like to foster a culture of continuous learning through regular EdTech showcases, online communities of practice, peer observation opportunities, and the teacher-led workshops. I would facilitate the participation in online forums and also conferences like TCEA and ISTE.
So actually, I had the opportunity to attend TCEA, and it was awesome. It was great. I loved it. I was able to bring back a lot of useful tools. My principal actually gave me some space to share with the teachers on my campus. And so I'll be spiraling them in our EdTech Friday. So
yeah, that's amazing.
I thought it was really cool. And I know, ISTE's coming up, I think in June. So that'll be fun too. So, okay, so we're talking about implementing these initiatives. How would you measure the effectiveness of them? And like, what do you look at?
Some of the things I've done in the past are teacher surveys. I've done classroom observations and analysis of student achievement data. The metrics I use generally include teacher adoption of new technologies, changes in instructional practices, and improvements in student engagement and performance.
I think that's an important piece. Sometimes we forget about, even though it's the teachers that we're looking after, the students, like, are they really learning? Are they really getting the information they need from these initiatives? I think that's good. Okay, so we have our plan. Now, how would you ensure equitable access to technology and the professional learning opportunities we talked about for all the teachers and students, like regardless of their background or maybe location in the district?
We are really lucky to be able to provide devices and internet access to all of our students. We also provide professional development in multiple formats, online, in person, and even a hybrid option, as well as tech support for all of our staff. We really work to prioritize funding for the schools with the greatest needs in my district.
I think that's good. I know we were talking, before we got started, as somebody who works at a deaf ed campus, I think it's very important to provide those multiple formats, because sometimes we just assume whatever our default is, that everybody's going to be able to access it, and it's going to be that's simply not true. So I think that's good. Well, thank you, Ms. Dell, so much for coming on today, and I hope you had fun.
Yes, this was great. Thank you so much for having me,
and we'll see y'all next time.